Hello friends, welcome to the higher module on institutional management for entrepreneurship. We are into the unit number 5, which is on business startups, and this is part 3 of this unit, and this is on the industrial laws in India. We shall be covering the industrial laws in 4 different videos, because we have around 7 laws to be discussed, and this is the very first video in this industrial laws. The contents of my presentation, there is a brief introduction, then the objectives of industrial laws, then we shall be discussing 2 laws in this specific video. The first is the Factories Act 1948 and the second is the Shop and Establishment Act 1953. Well, the industrial laws, they help to stop the unfair labor practices and provide for the rights, privileges, obligations and responsibilities of the workforce. Industrial legislations help both the workers and the management to know exactly about their rights, duties, obligations and also the liabilities. Now, regarding the objectives of the industrial laws, the first objective is to safeguard the workers against the exploitation, then to maintain good relationships between the employees and the employers, then to provide and improve the welfare and amenities to the workers, and to settle industrial disputes if any. Now, there are a number of industrial laws in our country. Let me just name some of the laws first. Factories Act 1948, Shop and Establishment Act 1953, Sale of Goods Act 1930, Partnership Act 1932, Industrial Disputes Act 1947, Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952, and the GST, the Goods and Services Tax 2017. So, these 7 laws we shall be discussing in 4 different videos, but we have of course many other laws, like for example, the Workmen's Compensation Act 1923. These were enacted a long time back, but they keep on improving these laws, they keep on updating these laws. Then we have the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, Minimum Wages Act 1948, Employees State Insurance Act 1948, Maternity Benefit Act 1961, Sexual Harassment of Women Employees at Workplace Act 2013, the Bonus Act 1975 and the Trade Unions Act 1926. Okay. Let us discuss the Factories Act 1948. The main objective of this act is to improve the working conditions of workers by implementing the provisions of industrial safety. Factory means any premises wherein 10 or more workers are working and the manufacturing process is carried out using power, or wherein 20 or more workers are working and the manufacturing process is carried out without using power. The act covers the health, welfare, safety, working hours, annual leaves with wages and employment of women and the children. Periodically, the Chief Inspector of Factories and his staff have to approve the safety measures in the plant, including proper ventilation for the fumes, gases, protective equipment for eyes and ears wherever necessary. As per this act, a maximum work day of 8 hours is prescribed for the adults and 5 hours for the children. A work week of 48 hours, that means like 6 days in a week, is also prescribed. A weekly holiday is also specified. There is eligibility for annual leave with pay after 240 days of employment. The act also gives measures regarding safeguarding the health of the workers, so that the conditions at the workplace do not affect them adversely. It deals with the cleanliness, waste disposal, proper drainage, pollution measures, adequate lighting, proper ventilation, temperature, drinking water facilities, latrines, spittoons, etc. The act also refers to the general welfare measures like washing, drying facilities, restrooms, first aid appliances, canteens, lunch rooms, creches, etc. certain facilities are to be given based on the number of employees or the size of the establishment. Like for example, if we have 250 or more workers, then a canteen facility has got to be provided. There will be a creche provision for 50 or more women workers employed. For 500 or more workers, a qualified doctor and staff and ambulance is to be provided. There is a statutory provision for a labor officer in an establishment with 500 or more workers. The Act provides only for the minimum requirement of the welfare. The progressive employers who are realizing the importance of welfare activities go a step ahead in providing the facilities over and above the mandatory obligations. This helps to promote good industrial relations. Now, let us discuss the second act, which is the Shop and Establishment Act 1953. This act is enacted by every state in the country, that is India. It is one of the important regulations to which most businesses in India are subject to. The act is designed to regulate the payment of wages, hours of work, leave, holiday, terms of service and other work conditions of the people employed in the shops and commercial establishments. This act is regulated by the Department of Labour and regulates the premises wherein any trade, business or profession is carried out. The act not only regulates the working of commercial establishments, but also the societies, charitable trusts, printing establishment, educational institution and premises in which the banking, insurance, stocks or share brokerage is taking place. This act is promulgated by the state governments and may slightly differ from state to state. Shops are defined as the premises where the goods are sold either by retail or wholesale or where services are rendered to the customers and includes an office, a storeroom, a godown, warehouse or workhouse or a workplace. Establishments are defined as a shop, a commercial establishment, residential hotels, restaurants, eating houses, theatres or other places of public amusement or entertainment. Further, establishments may also include such other establishments as defined by the government by notification in the official gazette. However, the factories are not covered. Some of the key areas regulated by the Shop and Establishment Act include like hours of work, interval for rest and meals, prohibition of employment for children, employment of young persons or women, opening and closing hours, closed days, weekly holidays, wages for the holidays, time and conditions of payment of wages, reduction from the wages, leave policy, dismissal, cleanliness, lighting and ventilation, precautions against fire, accidents, record keeping. So, this is all about this two legal acts, and in case you want to refer to more details, please refer to the e content of this specific module. Thank you.